says about living to be 125.
Scientists across the country
has found one of the genetic keys
to stuff that's in red wine
and potentially slow down aging itself.
That resveratrol chemical, which is in red wine, when it's concentrated to this dose in laboratory animals, prolongs life expectancy.
Other studies showed that among mice fed a high-fat diet, those given resveratrol didn't gain as much weight as those not given the drug.
Well, what we have discovered is that resveratrol works on a gene which is called SIRT1, and this is a gene that controls the aging process. Resveratrol seeks out that gene and switches it on.
Resveratrol
has the chance to change healthcare.
I think that within the next few decades we have a pretty good chance of effectively defeating aging as a cause of death.
way beyond nips and tucks and diet and exercise to the cutting edge of the search for a longer, healthier life. What you will see would not have been possible just a few years ago. So whether you are 20 or 40 or 60 years old, living well past 100 could happen to you.
I'm Tom Maurer, the founder of Sisel International, which is one of the largest research and development and manufacturing companies in the world, and we believe resveratrol is the one that you've been looking for. Is what they're saying true? We believe it is. We believe this is the greatest discovery in the history of natural medicines or dietary supplements ever. It all started with the French paradox. You know, they found the French lifestyle where they eat a lot of fatty foods. They should have had very high rates of heart attacks and cardiovascular disease, but they didn't. They had very low rates. So as researchers looked into it, they found out the reason was there was resveratrol in red wine. Now, as researchers got into this to develop a pharmaceutical drug, because of the power of using an ingredient for these kinds of things, they found that it did much, much more. So researchers are going to try and develop a synthetic drug that they can patent. But that takes years and years and costs hundreds of millions of dollars to develop. Do you want to wait? Or do you want a viable alternative that is the real thing that was found in nature? And that's what we've done at Sisel. We've taken it, put it together in a super formulation to give the product to you right now. And not expensive like a prescription drug, but a safe, natural, very powerful, effective ingredient in a super formulation. And this is the formula that researchers have used. Is a formula based upon a liquid with synergistic ingredients in it so that the total effects are greater than the sum of the parts. We believe that's true, and in Sisel we have done it just that way. But there's more than that to it. You see, suddenly there's a flurry of capsules that are out there. Some cheap without much in it, some expensive, and quite frankly, they may not have much in it either. Because resveratrol is such a delicate molecule. It's so reactive, it works so quick that you have to protect it, or else it will react with oxygen, light, or heat and can be destroyed. In fact, it can be destroyed right in the stomach itself. So when you compare our super liquid formulation, encapsulated products are vulnerable because light, heat, and oxygen can attack them and they can degrade. In fact, as in some clinical studies, they found that the capsule they took didn't even get into the blood system itself. It's that powerful and that reactive of a molecule. So researchers, as they started to study it, they found that a mouse that was on resveratrol had twice the stamina of one that didn't. And as animals were taking it over a period of time, they started living much, much longer. But not just living longer, they didn't seem to age. They looked younger, they acted younger. Aren't these the benefits that you're looking for? Can you imagine if you had an ingredient like resveratrol, which could activate the gene that would greatly increase your life, give you tremendous amounts of energy and vibrant health? So obviously we all want the benefits of resveratrol, but how do you maximize the formulation to get the greatest potential it has to offer? Well, in nature, it's just not resveratrol by itself. There are other ingredients that work with it synergistically to create a symphony of effects, to play on the genetic code that you have within your body, to maximize the potential you have for life extension, for tremendous amounts of energy and vitality and great health. And at Sisel, we put that formula together called Eternity. Eternity is a blend of resveratrol, quercetin, catechins, and polyphenols. Names you probably never heard before, but together they do it all.